Hi there and welcome, it's Ruth here at artfulstampin.co.uk. Welcome to another tutorial with me. Welcome if you're watching on the live. Sorry I'm a little bit late this evening. Had to have a important Zoom meeting. Hope you guys are doing well. So I've had the idea of this for a little while in my head. I know I say that quite often, don't I? But you know, ideas have to start in your head, don't they, somewhere? And you're going to have to bear with me and hope that it works, because I think it's going to work. The idea is to stamp some colourful florals and then go round it in a black pen, okay, to create something quite very bold, very modern and crazy, but hopefully fun, and a technique that you can try out without too much difficulty. So I've already pre-chosen some lovely bright colours here. I've got Granny Apple Green just sitting just in case, but I'm hoping that we probably won't need it. Oh, ow, just my money. Yeah, so we'll see. And I think I've figured out the best way forward with this technique. It's not going to be the typical way that I do a one-sheet wonder. We're going to have to start slightly differently, I think. It'll hopefully all come together. You know me. Anyway, welcome if you're watching on the live. If you're watching this on the replay, thank you so much for checking in and finding out what I'm up to. You've probably skipped forward this bit anyway. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you like what you see, and also subscribe if it's the first time that you've come across me. You can always unsubscribe later on. It just means that if you subscribe now, and if you want to have notifications for when I go live, hit the bell button. If that doesn't work for you, if the YouTube fairies are a bit naughty and they don't work, then please just drop me a line. If you are a WhatsApp user, drop me a line at ruthtrice@gmail.com and I will add you to my WhatsApp broadcast list so that you will get a notification next time I go live. I'll say a quick hello to a few of the people that are here. Hi, oh, ready and waiting. Jenny's ready and waiting. Deborah, Martina, Gina, Anne-Marie, Debbie, Michelle, Janice, Esther, Cindy, Karen, Joanne, Mary. Lovely to see you guys. Right, so I've got my black pen ready and waiting, got my stamps. So I've chosen floral stamps. I wanted this to be happy. So I'm in my happy place. I wanted to definitely use this because this is going to be leaving us. So I'm going to try and make the most of it while I can. Because this one is a cute set. And it's a 2-step stamping one, but I think I'm just going to stick to 2 of the stamps, not do the 3. And then there's this lovely flower, and I think I'm just going to have it on one on either side. I want the kind of the bolder images, so I'm going for like the big leaf here. When I say big leaf, it's not huge mungus, it's just oh, just trying to find some. Oh, there we go. How is everybody? Nice to see you. Got out a gorgeous butterfly here, and then I might use a couple of these. Oh, there's a nice flower as well. Oh, lots we can use, and I want the solids. I don't want anything lined. I want all the solid stamps out. Right, so I think I'm going to have to start in the corner. So, oh, let's start with a flirty flamingo. Ink this up really well. Now, some of the stamps I'm using are photopolymers. I'm just going to quickly pop that under there. How did I already get pink on there? Oh well. Let's go with that then. Have a little cluster to start off with. Hi, Christine. Nice to see you. Hi, Wendy. Your lovely husband told me to put a pre-order in today. Isn't he the best? He is the best. What a sweetheart. How's that darling doggy? Okay, so I've done my first lot of flowers, and now this is the scary bit, because this is the bit that I've never done before. We're going to see if it works. You're struggling to tie a double bow right now. Oh dear. Okay, I want to go around the image like this with my black pen. I'm not being strict, I'm just kind of wanting this nice big black bold line. Okay, right, done. I'm not going to even clean these, I'm just going to set these aside because I think I'm going to come back and use them again. But I will close my ink pads, I'll be a good girl. Right, let's go with, oh, I don't know, a bit of Coastal Cabana. Okay, so let's try and pop that in there, like that. A little cluster of, oh, we'll do 4 there. And maybe a little cluster. I'm trying not to go over the black line, but I'm not going to overthink it too much. Then I've got Coastal Cabana here. Sorry, Bermuda Bay. I'm just going to pop that off and pop that in the middle. And I'm not doing, as you can see, I'm not doing any stamping off. This is pure colour, this. So put that to the side. Okay, marker pen again. And let's go around that. And I've managed to get pink on there again. Not quite sure how. Right, okay, bear with me everybody. If you want to skip ahead 10 minutes, please do. But you guys on the live, you can't do that. You're going to have to just stick with me, I'm afraid. Okay, so I've got Daffodil Delight here. So let's see if we can, I'm going to find a gap. Find somewhere I can, oh, look, that goes in there. So this is like a bit of a fun puzzle. Figuring out where things can go. There we go, okay. Let's do that one then. Now this one has a definite kind of edge to it, so it's a bit easier to define the edges. Now I'm not sure, and you guys can help me because you can see this from up above, whether I should define each flower or I should just keep to the colour ways. Now because I've gone and stuck pink there, I'm going to have to put something pink. Oh, I know what, or Poppy Parade over the top. Let's see if Poppy Parade will go over that. Let's go with, I don't know, do you think a butterfly might fit in there? What about that one? Yeah, it does look like a stained glass. I hadn't thought of that. Ooh. It's getting harder now to figure out where to put things. I suppose these areas might have to be reserved for smaller images. Right, let's see how that works. I've gone and ignored the antenna because it's a little bit too fiddly to take into account. Right, and then I've got this flower here, and I've got Mango Melody. I think we'll know in about 5 or 10 minutes whether to put this down to a big disaster or whether we go, oh my goodness, that's like the best technique ever. We will discover that in a few minutes. Let's see if we can. Oh, no. There. There. Oh, that fit in there. I think I'm going to have to accept that the flowers aren't all going to be what I deem the correct way up. I think it's a case of just seeing where they fit, really. Okay. Pen out. I'm wondering if then, like these small little areas, we could just get another colour pen. So I'm using an alcohol pen here, so it's very quick drying. Hi, Levine. Kept meaning to thank you for my... Oh, you're very welcome. Oh, I'm glad she got it okay. Okay, right. Got this little flower here. Oh, I've still got these. Oh, I've got the green, potentially a green leaf that could go in. So it might be that I colour in the leaf, but we'll see. Right, so I've got this here. What about some flirty flamingo? Just some pink, nice pink flowers. I said I was going to close the ink pads, didn't I? Being a bit naughty, forgetting to do that. Actually, now the design is getting bigger, it's a bit easier to maybe do more than one area of stamping. So it's just a case of getting started, and then I think the process will get faster as I go along. You guys are all happy chatting amongst yourselves, so I'm just going to keep going and keep talking to myself. Why not just colour the small gaps black? Ooh, 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 now that would look fun. I could do that. Okay, if this goes well, I will tell you where the inspiration partly came from, where part of the inspiration came for this. I think I can fit something in there. Let's see if I can fit a little bit of a pink petal there. There we go. I'm just using the thin end there just to get a bit more detail, or be a bit more precise in the line. Right, let's get some more. Oh, yellow. That's what we need. A bit more yellow in here now. I would recommend having a clear desk to do this, because you kind of want to spread things out. I keep nudging things by accident. Oh, hello, Deborah. Jungling. Welcome, your first live. You're so welcome. Have you been following previously, or have you just discovered me? Please give everyone, sorry, please can everyone give Deborah a warm welcome. First live. And where are you from? Don't need to be specific, just general. So just a reminder, if you're commenting on the chat, it's going out there on the internet. So please don't give away too much personal details. Oh, that's exciting, Navarana. Have you finished the other one that you were doing? Navarana's been making pop-up books. Amazing. They're like paper wizardry. This is looking very cute. I wasn't sure at first. I wasn't very sure at first. We're going to just keep going and hope for the best. Trust the process. Right, okay. Hi, Marilyn. Who else has popped in? Sorry, I have been missing comments. please ask again if you've got a question. Okay, I haven't used this little butterfly, so oh, I haven't used Melon Mambo on its own yet. See if I can fit one in down here. What if I can get two together? Hi, Misty. You're sewing. Ah, fab. I should have been a little bit more careful as I went around that butterfly, so just be aware of that if you want to try and keep the integrity of a shape, use the thinner end of the pen so that you can be a bit more careful as you go around the shape. So what we're going to call this technique, everybody, I've not seen it done before with stamps. I've seen people do illustrations, and I think it's just called, like, I don't know, thick black line technique, I don't know, or outline technique. There are graphic designers who use it a lot. It's, I think I've even seen my kids follow some bloke on YouTube who does sort of like graffiti art like this, where he does very bold, bright colours and then goes over the lines in black. If you were painting on silk, you would have a much easier time to do that with stained glass stamping. Yeah, stained glass, although I know it's giving the impression of stained glass, the stained glass technique is slightly different because I don't know, they're cutting out pieces of glass, aren't they? Yeah, anyway. Right, I think a bit of blue in there. Graffiti one sheet wonder, yeah. Oh, for goodness sake, would I just put that stamp? Where's it gone? I peeled it off, didn't I, to use that one so I could see what I was doing. Oh, there it is. I used to do silk painting many years ago, Martina, when I was doing my when I was 18, no, just before 18, doing my A-levels. I did a lot of silk painting. The thing about silk painting, you know, when you squeeze the gutter on, oh, waiting for that to dry just seemed to take forever. When you're so eager to get the colour down on the silk. Okay, right, let's get a move on. Let's get some more colour down. Midnight garden. That's a good idea. A nice phrase. This is probably much more fun to watch this sped up. So, for those of you watching on the live, give it a few hours after I finish doing this and watch it at double speed. Oh, now it's been a while since I've done the roses. Let's do some roses. It's amazing how much the colour does lighten after you leave it for a few minutes. So that's just been stamped, and that's, you know, a few minutes ago. So it is important not to kind of react to the first colour that you see laid down and wait for it to dry. It's quite mesmerising. Oh, good. In a good way, I hope. It's not giving you a headache. No, I wouldn't mind this as fabric on a top. Oh, do you, Martina? She's having a little competition in her head to see which colours I'm going to use next. I think I can squeeze something else in here, so I'm going to try. Oh, that was an easy call, that one. Just sort of fitted in there nicely. Is there a reason you're not filling all the space, like around the butterfly? Which butterfly? Oh, this one. No, I've just not got around to colouring it. And initially I thought I'd colour it in with another colour, but someone suggested fill it in with a black. So no, I just not got round to it, Jenny. There we go. Is that better? See, I think I can get just something in there. I don't want to just fill that with black just yet. Now, I could be a little bit more careful how I go around this portion of the butterfly. So I'm going to be a little bit more delicate in how I go around this one. Now, please do remember, this is the first time I've ever done anything like this, so I am learning as I go along. It might be that you prefer a thinner black outline. That's fine. I just really fancied going quite bold and seeing how it would work out. So using the thinner end is a bit like, you know, when you are painting skirting and you cut in with a paintbrush, you go around the edges and then go in with the bigger brush afterwards. Oh, Martina's lost her bets with herself. Well, I'm very much looking forward to seeing what you guys do with this technique. Please remember to share them on the Facebook group. And if you're not on the Facebook group, then you're most welcome to join. It's called Artful Stampin Space. And it's just a really lovely creative place where people can share the things that they've made after seeing a video of mine. So, right, I think we need some more blue. What do you think, Martina? Hi, Christine. You're doing your late night shopping. Oh, did you get a slot then? Hi, Kathleen. Doing something a bit different today, Christine. Let's see if we can get that little bit of blue in there. Yes. Okay. Oh yeah, thank you. I mean, another way to approach it is perhaps to do clumps of stamping. So do the same stamps and then fill it in and see what happens and just brave it, you know, just go for it and see if it works out. I won't try it tonight because it's quite late, but maybe next time I revisit this technique, I'll approach it in a slightly different way. But now I've done it once, I can sort of sit back from it and review it and think, oh, okay. See, I wish I'd gone in with a finer pen now for these earlier pinks. But there we go. We'll do it again and improve on it. So, yes, this is just regular Whisper White. Oh, now I've clustered those a little bit tighter than I did before, and it seems to be working okay. Right, so this time I'm going to go in with the thinner end of the Stampin' Blend marker because I want to be able to control the line around the flowers a bit better. So this is a great technique for you to have a go with. You don't need to have this exactly the same stamps that I'm using here. Anything that has a solid image would work. I mean, if it's not solid, then colour it in. That would be fun too. But if you want to just have a go, an immediate go, it doesn't have to be flowers. It can be anything solid. Obviously not too detailed, because otherwise you'll be there forever. Oh, I've just done it. Ignored my own advice. There we go. Ruth, concentrate. Hi, Vanessa. I love that paper you created on the computer. Vanessa shared some really nice cards that she'd made by using digital stamps. Gosh, it brought back some memories. It's been a while since I used digital stamps. Thanks, Kathleen. Interesting. I'd rather Ruth do it. Or interesting. I'm going to give it a go. Oh, I've just noticed I've got a black Sharpie on my desk. If you don't have the black Stampin' blends, just use a black Sharpie. I nearly pulled out Painted Harvest for this technique, the one with all the sunflowers. So maybe next time we'll have a go with it. Because I would like to try this again. Oh, you do want to give it a go? Oh, good. Oh, good, Gina. Oops. It's very forgiving. I mean, I just jolted and it's fine. Oh, it's a lovely stamp set, Painted Harvest. Okay, now I've got to think, what can I fit in? What have I got space for? So I might be able to get another orange flower in here. Let's just try that. Okay. And then maybe a yellow one here. Hi, Denise. Okay, so I managed to squeeze a bit of the yellow there. I'd like to get in some of the, maybe some little butterflies. Oh, don't think I'm going to get much more in there. Oh, that was a tight squeeze. No. This is where I might cheat and bring in that little leaf stamp and maybe do some granny apple green or something just in there. Ooh. See, maybe I shouldn't have gone off in that direction. I should have just ploughed through and done it that way instead. Anyway. No biggie. Why not just fill it? Why not fill it in with the blue? It doesn't quite fit. It's a little bit small of a space. But anyway, we'll do. I've got an idea. We'll try and fill in with some of this green. And I'm still to finish off some lines over here, but we can work with that. Right, I'm just going to move my mat out of the way and some stamps out of the way as well, because I don't need them now. Okay, let's finish this off. So I'm just going to go around these butterflies here. Okay, and this one here. Now you see the butterfly shapes, you've got to be careful not to mess with the shape too much, otherwise it then doesn't look like a butterfly. But with the flowers, it's not so bad. You don't have to be so strict as you go around the shapes. Okay, so fill all that in. Now I still might go in and do the centres of these flowers. I am aware that I haven't done those yet. Now the other fun thing I've just thought of, with the very plain, like the solids, like this leaf, you could go in with your another colour of Stampin' Blend and add additional texture to it if you want to. I'm just trying to make the shape of a leaf here. Not succeeding very well because the nib on my pen is not very easy to work with. It's supposed to be a brush tip and I'm not really meant to be doing what I'm doing with it. So it's probably a good idea to use the thinner. So I'm missing comments. Oh, Sheila. Are you okay? Are you getting notifications through? Okay. Are you late because you're busy, or late because you didn't get a notification? Hi, Kathleen. Oh, you're starting work again. Okay. Right, I'm nearly there, guys. Sorry, this is taking a bit of time. I imagine this would be quite fun to watch as a time lapse. Mary Engelbrett. I follow her on Instagram. I love her illustrations. I don't even know how I came across her. Her things are so happy, aren't they? So in hindsight, with hindsight, I'd perhaps, with the butterfly antenna, I would try not to ink them up, because having to faff around with those is not fun. Right, let's get these leaves a little bit more defined. I'm an international. Day before yesterday, you used an Indian colour scheme. Yesterday, Japanese, and today, South Sea colours. Oh, there we go. I'm influenced by many things. Right, so I'll tell you a little secret. It's not going to be a secret now. But I was actually a little bit inspired by, if anyone follows Sam Donald, Hammond Donald, as in Pootles, on her Facebook page, she shared a picture that her son Jack had drawn using the Stampin' Blends. And his style is very much doing colourful drawings and then using a black outliner. Now obviously it's very much his style, but I have seen that style elsewhere, so I can't say that he totally influenced me, but his artwork reminded me of the style, and so I've had it sort of sitting in the back of my mind to have a go with it. And I nearly did it the other day. I wanted to introduce some black to what I was stamping the other day, but didn't end up doing so. So I've had it sitting there ready to maybe have a go. Oh, now I wonder, what about doing some black centres? Or do you think I should just keep it to the outlining? While I'm having a think about what to do, I'm just going to stamp that bit that I missed out earlier. I could do complementary, so I could do orange in the centre of these ones and then red in the centre of those. I think that would make the most sense because I've gone pinks there and blues there, and even though I've used very bright colours, they've been complementary too. So let's just find the stamp set. Here it is. Oh yeah, a navy. Yeah, anything dark, Blackberry Bliss, you know, anything really. Have a go. It's quite a nice, don't have to think about it too hard technique. Obviously you do have to think about it a little bit, but the shape of the flowers really dictate where, on the shape of whatever you're using, dictate where you're going to use them. So that's what's quite fun about doing this. Okay, so let's find this one. So I've got Mango Melody here. So forgive me, I'm just going to have to get my head right under this so that I don't make a mistake. I want to try using the background stamps on the Whisper White and then print the digital flowers over the top. Oh, yeah. So the digital stamps that you have, Vanessa, are they from way back when Stampin' Up did do the digital stamps? Gosh, I used to download so many of those digital things. Not before Stampin' Up did them. There were so many like freebies and things around that you could pick up. Hi Kazumi. Konnichiwa. Sorry, I made a huge assumption there that you spoke Japanese. I could be wrong. It's funny, I didn't realise how much orange I'd done until I started filling. Oh, what happened there? So I started filling these all in. Wow, not a second generation stamp in sight. for you guys who've been following me a while, you'll know that that is unheard of generally for me. not doing a second generation. So second generation, for those of you who don't know, is where you stamp and then you stamp again without re-inking your stamp, so that you get a lighter version. And normally I use that technique a lot, and I've managed to not use it at all tonight, which is crazy. Oh, I didn't mean to do that black like that, but never mind. I was trying to keep all the flowers clumped together, not separated. So this is fun now, just going back over what you've done and looking at ways to improve how it looks. So you could spend all day doing this. Not all day, but you know what I mean. You could have a real nice play. Just making it look a bit better. Oh yes, I forgot that about you, Vanessa. Yeah, you used to do machine embroidery. Yeah, where do you get your commercial use stuff from? And do you have to pay quite a lot for that? Oh, I missed Navarana's comment. What did she say? You might fill in between the roses, would you? Oh, here. Yeah, I think next time I do this, I'll just play with the technique and yeah, see what else can be done. I'm not going to start doing it now, otherwise I will be here all night. But I really also like the idea of maybe drawing dark lines into the leaves and things. So yeah, because there's that solid rose there, isn't there? And that's quite fun. Darken up these areas there. See, this butterfly went to pot a little bit. Lost its shape. Oh, what do you mean by digital stamp? It's basically a picture that you download onto your computer, and then there are programs that you can use. I mean, you could even use Word, where you then just move the image around on your page and then you print out what you've designed. So it's like it's kind of like stamping, but you have to move it with your mouse, but you can resize things, which is quite nice about digital stamps. So if you decide, oh, I want something bigger or smaller, you can do that, and then you can repeat them and do all sorts of fun things, really. Use a journaling pen. Yeah, so that would be fun to do thinner details. Yeah, that would be fun. Okay, right, I'm not going to add any more to this. I think I will take notes in my head about the process. There's me saying I don't want to do any more, and I've just spotted a bit that needs fixing. There we go. And yeah, learn from this. It's by no means perfect, but it was just a trial of trying to get an idea from my head onto paper, and see what it's like. I think you would agree that it's happy and jolly and quite fun, and a simple technique that's easy to understand, but perhaps needs a bit more practice with its execution to kind of get a better result. But there we go. It needed to be tried. So it's just as you imagined it when you start. Really, Esther? Oh, that's good. Yeah, you could cut this up for cards, or you could use it, I don't know, you can make a really beautiful bag or box. That'd be nice. Or for those of you who are really into like, oh, what's the word I want? Planning. You could use this as a planner insert. You know, you could laminate it and have it in your planner. Or you could create one of those, what they called, travel journal cover. That would be nice if you laminated this and made a book cover. That would make a really lovely notebook cover even. Just get a notebook and stick that on. Yeah, lots of things you could do that. Oh, did you, Esther? I didn't see that. Oh, take care, Cindy. Have a great day. Let me just quickly flip you guys around and say a quick hello. Hello. Ooh, inky fingers. Look at that. You know you've had fun when you've got inky fingers. Right. You think book cover, Martina? Yeah, it would look lovely, like a traveller's notebook or something. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. What are Stampin' Up's guidelines on copying this to print in use again? Really good question, Jenny. So if you wanted to take a photo of this and print it out for your own personal use, I don't think you can do it. I'm just trying to remember what the angel policy says. I will let me read the angel policy. It might allow you to do it for your personal use. You're definitely not allowed to sell it. Definitely not, because it's a copyrighted image. Okay, so this is what the angel policy says. You can sell projects you've made with Stampin' Up's copyright images if they include one of Stampin' Up's copyright Stampin' Up stamps on them. Hold on, let me look up the terms of use. Yeah, definitely for personal use. But I think the website goes into more detail. stampinup.com /terms of use _ UK. Alright, it's just taking me to the Stampin' Up website. Hold on. Let me look up angel policy. Angel policy. Okay, Stampin' Up welcomes artists who would like to use our copyrighted images in their own handmade craft work and other projects that they produce to sell. Therefore, we give permission in the form of a limited license to use any Stampin' Up images for the purpose of creating items for sale under the following criteria. Handmade craft work created for sale must be personally and individually created by the selling artist and may not be reproduced or copied in any form by any means, graphic, electronic or mechanical, including photocopying. Mass production, assembly line construction, production by workers for hire or syndication of craft work for sale is strictly prohibited. And then it goes on about the copyright. So, all of Stampin' Up's images are copyrighted, which means that they may not be copied without permission. Ah, I think that would fall under that category then. You can't copy them. But it is more to do, it's really more related to do with sales. You may not use Stampin' Up's images for the purpose of creating logos or company trademarks. Digital files of any type containing Stampin' Up images may not be sold under any condition. Persons creating handmade items for sale are responsible for complying with any local business and tax regulations. There we go. Yeah, you're allowed to copy by hand stamping, but you're not allowed to photograph the images and resell them. Yeah. There are plenty of copyright images, like Vanessa's explaining about. So if you wanted to go down that route of that, there's loads online, and you can also buy, like some companies sell licenses so that you can do certain amounts of trading with them. And for those people who wonder why this exists, why the rules exist, please remember that behind every piece of artwork that people are trying to claim a copyright for, there's an artist, there's a person, and I think it's very easy to forget that that person, it might be their livelihood, it might be that is their job. And I think sometimes in the craft industry we get so used to, you know, some really kind, generous hearted people who love sharing ideas and love maybe sharing their patterns or sharing images that they've done because it's their hobby and they want to share. But I think we do have to respect when someone says, actually, that's mine, I created that and I have the right to make money from it, and I have the right to tell other people they can't just copy it. So I know it can get a bit frustrating trying to figure out who, what's copyrighted, what's not. Generally, the C with a circle around it is a really good indication. You know, if someone has bothered to put that C with a circle around it, it means that they make money from that image and they want to, basically tell the world that it's theirs. So I know it can be frustrating, but especially if you want to just have some fun with what you're doing and maybe sell the odd item, I get that. But actually it is totally respectful to say, actually, if I'm going to sell that item, I just need to double check I am allowed to do that. Okay. And these smaller companies, not necessarily Stampin' Up, but even Stampin' Up is prone to this, and they're not a small company, but they are small compared to somewhere like Disney. Disney spend a lot of money each year making sure people aren't making money off their images, and unfortunately Stampin' Up have fallen prey of this, where people are copying their images and reselling stuff. So it's really important that people understand this, that these rules aren't just in place, just, yeah, they're there for a reason. Okay, Vanessa seems to know quite a lot about the digital stuff, so if anyone I don't know, wants to... I don't know if that you could put a couple of links that might be helpful, Vanessa, for people. Or actually, could you just type keywords that people could type in Google themselves? Actually, it's better to help people find it themselves, isn't it? So maybe just put a couple of keywords so that... Yes, no, that's the same law here, Jenny. Yeah, it's the same law. But what costs the money? So Jenny's just said that as soon as something's created, it is copyrighted. Yes, you're absolutely right. People don't always understand copyright law. Please look into it. I know a little bit about it just from my own personal research, but do look into it. If I was to create an image right here, right now, I own that image, even if it's a squiggle. Okay, if I say I own that image, I have the right to use it. That's mine. But where the difficulty comes is upholding the copyright, is making sure you can prove that on this day, in my hands, this was created, therefore you don't have the right to come and copy it and sell it. That is where, you know, you have to be very sure that you have got hard and fast proof of your ownership. So yes, it's the same. I think it's international, that law. So just a suggestion: if you ever do create something that you think is going to be helpful to somebody, or you want to make money from it, basically create a copy of it, post it to yourself in a sealed envelope, or take a photo of it next to a newspaper of the day, or post it to yourself with a newspaper of the day and have it sealed, and keep it sealed. I can do that and maybe do a video of how people think if they can change by 10% that they can use it. It's not true. Yeah, there's lots of different loopholes that people think that they get through for certain design things. Yeah, I worked in the wedding dress industry, and I remember my boss saying that, I think they used to say if you change 3 things on a dress, then you can't prove that it's copied. That is true too. Yeah, but I was just trying to suggest how you would know if it's... Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point, Jenny. Oh, this is really interesting discussion. Thanks for asking, Jenny McCormack. Yeah, market. Yeah, postmark. It's important to get the postmark. That's the thing. There's lots of information out there about this sort of thing. Please don't take what I've said to be absolutely true, because I may have got something wrong. I'm just going to say that as a disclaimer. And it's based on research I did a few years ago. But from my understanding, not much has changed in the law. It's just the proving. And there's been stuff going on in the craft industry in America to do with people suing, counter-suing for designs and ideas. You know, if you want to sort of prove your idea, you have to trademark it. Now that's a completely different area. Oh, really? Yeah. I remember seeing a stamp set on a craft channel. I'm going to be very careful what I say here. On a craft channel in the UK. And it was being presented by somebody who would have known certain stamp sets that we know, and I thought, wow, that's a pretty close stamp set to what I've seen in the catalogue. And I was shocked, because I thought, wow, it's going to be kind of obvious where you got that idea from. But there were sufficient things in it that it definitely wasn't that stamp set, but the overall idea was like, Yes, music is an interesting one as well. Yeah, Jenny, yeah. I think. Oh no, oh, I don't know. Yes, I remember you said, Vanessa. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, Stampin' Up are doing battle about this at the moment. But please just tell your friends, if you ever come across somebody who says, oh, look what I found on blah blah website. I'm not even going to say it. Please just gently remind them that that's taking money out of the pocket of a demonstrator, and it's probably inferiorly made, so it won't last as long, and the quality is just not the same. You know, Stampin' Up have really careful quality control. Their stamps are made in a town near to the head office, and it employs so many people in that community. You know, the CEO of Stampin' Up, prior to Sarah, Shelley Gardner, you know, she's really passionate about people having jobs, and so, you know, it's employing people in in America, not the UK, in America. So anyway, lovely to see you. I hope I've brought a bit of happiness to your day. It's made me happy. I'm happy. Such a joyful bit of paper. Yeah, I think it would look lovely as a notebook. Ah, actually, you know what? I've got a friend whose birthday is today. I forgot to message her. And I think I might make or cover a notebook for her. So. Oh, they melted. The stamps melted. Oh, have they, Vanessa? Oh, that's good to think. No. Yeah, there's yeah. Oh, okay. Ali, lovely to see you. You're going to get a catalogue from me. Just another look. Just so lovely and happy. Yeah. And I actually quite like the green at the top. Yeah, quite like it. So if in doubt, use a smaller stamp to fill in the colour. There we go. It will last forever. Yes. Lots of love to you all. Please remember to subscribe and thumbs up. I've only got 11 thumbs up so far. I'm sure a few more liked this video. From all your oohs and ahs, come on. Maybe a few more little thumbs ups would be lovely. It is cheery, isn't it, Beth? Yes. So please do share it out. This is going to be, I'm going to take a photo of this and share it out. And maybe I'll come and revisit it because I think it could be improved upon. Take care. Bye.